Meanwhile, the two teenagers accused of attacking a high-profile Doge staffer earlier this month were in court today. That attempted carjacking is believed to have sparked the president's crackdown on crime in the district. Our Melissa Kim was in the courtroom and is here now to fill us in on what exactly happened, Melissa.
Yeah, Simone, well, both those teenagers are 15 years old and they were granted step-down requests today. Now, that means that they are no longer at the Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services, rather. Now, the boy was allowed to go home because of logistical complications of driving him between school and a youth shelter house, which would require his mother to drive him more than an hour to school every day. The girl will stay at a youth shelter house at least until the trial is over. Now, both of them are only allowed to leave to go to school, according to the judge. They're also on a 24-hour-a-day curfew and will have an electronic monitor on them at all times. Now, the judge was very stern and specific about the school part. She said they were both required to go to class, pay attention in class, and not hang out in hallways or in the lunchroom at any time.
I'm curious, was anyone from the federal government present at the hearing? And also, due to the high nature of this case, was there any alluding to the fact of what we already know, that it contributed to the crackdown?
Yeah, that's a good question. There were actually no federal presence at all. I didn't see anyone representing the federal government in the courtroom today, but the judge did continuously say how serious this situation really is.
Okay, in terms of the demeanor of the two teens, did you notice anything with that?
Well, here's the thing. So the boy was mostly solemn and thanked the judge multiple times. The girl did show some emotion at times. She was crying and laughing, and the judge did reiterate to both of them how serious this all is, and they are facing very serious charges. And we should note that the boy's mother and the girl's father were not present physically in the courtroom. They were there virtually, and the prosecutor and D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab's office did both request that the two teenagers remain detained at DYRS, which they until the end of their trial, which will be at the end of September. But ultimately, the judge did decide to give them that step-down release and allow them to be under house arrest.
It's just fascinating to see them in the moment that this is such a big moment for D.C. As we're watching this federal crime emergency unfold, and they were right in the crux of all of it for us.
They were.
Continue to keep us posted on what happens as the legalities of this play out.
Yep, we will, for sure.
Thank you.